What's up, Brave Movies? Raylan Osgood here, and today I'm going to be talking about basic planet interaction and the best ways to produce a simple P2 colony. First thing you need to consider when setting up a PI system is what do you want to produce? Well, I want to produce mechanical parts. One of the better places to do that is on a barren world. Barren world in front of you right now. Barren worlds have both base metals and noble metals, ingredients for mechanical parts. Before you start any PI colony, you need to decide whereabouts on the world you want to build. And to do that, what you need to do is first scan it. Now, when you first start scanning, your scan resolution is set to maximum. And for example, let's go ahead and take a look at base metals. Assuming it scans. There we go. Come on, you can do it. Yeah. All right. So this is what my world that I'm working on right now has for base metals at the highest resolution to scan. Scan resolution, basically, in a nutshell, provides you a detailed analysis about where on the planet a material is higher concentrated. Now, the higher the scan resolution, the higher tiered areas will show up. The lower the scan resolution, the more you'll be able to find the lower percentages of materials. So let me give you an example. This right now is the highest setting, but if we move it to the lowest setting, well, you can see at the very least where there ain't shit on the planet. These little areas right here, there's nothing. So we're going to avoid those. But all practical purposes, what you want to do is you want to adjust your scan rate to where you see the least amount of whiteout as you can. You get a more varied demographic about the planet. You can see the variations in different concentrations a little easier. And you'll have to adjust this for every material, but it gives you a really good idea about where best to place your colony. Higher the scan scales, the better the resolution. So what I want to do is I want to set up a colony where I can do it all without having to move materials to a spaceport, transport it to a POCO, and then back to the colony at a different location. You can do that. You can set your colony to be very varied in geography. It can be, you can have a section up at the North Pole and a section at the South Pole, and you could be transferring materials back and forth. I don't want to do that. I don't have time for it. So I want my colony to be completely as concentrated as it can be. So what I'm looking for is an area on this world where I can find both base metals and noble metals in a limited area. So right now I see this nice little spot here. It seems to have quite a bit base metals. It's a good spot, but let's check out noble metals. And as soon as it comes up, I'm still going to have to probably adjust my resolution. But it's looking like I don't even need to bother. That's pretty poor area in the planet for noble metals. But let's see, how about right here? This is a good little section. Let's check out what the base metals look like here. Not bad. It could be better. Let's look around. Here's a good little spot. Let's check it out over here. And again, you can spread your colony a bit out when you have a small radial world. If you were on a gas giant, a huge planet, you're probably not going to want to do that. You're going to run out of capacitor and power from your command center pretty fast. And it's looking like there's a little spot here. I could do better, but to shorten this video, I have already found a spot on this planet that works best for me. It's right here. So I have a good amount of noble metals, all centered around here, and I also have a fair bit of base metals. Now, it's not perfect. I could find maybe a better planet to do this. It's sometimes important to shop around on your planets in the solar system. You can find a better world, but I have plans for all those worlds in this system, and I don't particularly want to spread out my PI network against multiple solar systems. I like to keep things pretty centralized, so I'm going to stick with this. Now, I've already placed my command center, and it's important to note, wherever you place your command center, when you first enter the world in planet view, that is where you are going to center your map. So, while a command center can be placed anywhere on the planet, it doesn't have to be next to the colony. You will be zoomed in on it whenever you enter planet view. So, unless you want to search around trying to find, somewhere on this globe where your colony is, I like to keep it pretty close by. And the next video, I will be going through the basics of making the colony. But for now, this is just a general idea of how best to find materials on the planet and where best to set up your colony. So until the next video, take care.